12 toxic things parents say to their kids. Hey guys, welcome back to EBLINE. Are you a parent and worried about your child's mental health and your impact on it? Are you a kid trying to prevent yourself from any harm or trauma due to your parents' words? Well, you've all come to the right place, because in this video we will explore some of the most frequently spoken words by parents that end up ruining children's confidence and mental health. Some of these might surprise you, so watch it till the very end. Grab a diary and take note of all the words you should avoid. Let's dive right in without further ado. 1. Body shaming. Every parent needs to realize that, just like sticks and stones, hurtful words have the ability to break a child's self-confidence. It may seem like an obvious thing to many that shaming someone over their body or physical appearance is a horrible thing to do. But you'll be surprised to know just how many parents think they are helping their child by doing so. You want to tell your child to eat healthy? Telling them they are too fat or too thin is not the way to do so. You are worried about how your child might get bullied at school for their appearance. How about you start by not being their first bully? Tell them they are beautiful and they are loved. 2. Gaslighting is every toxic parent's go-to response. If your first reaction to any criticism your child has regarding your parenting is to put on your high-pitched emotional voice and say, "Oh, so I'm a bad parent, after all that I have done for you," maybe you should reevaluate if you're really doing enough for the child. Your child, frankly speaking, did not ask you to do anything, let alone bring him or her into the world. It was your own choice, and now you should at least try your best to do good by them. It's okay to make mistakes sometimes, as long as you are willing to accept your fault and do better. So, every time your child gives you any criticism, take that as a learning opportunity and listen to them. Maybe your child can help you in becoming a better parent. 3. Stop crying and get over it. Another top contender for the list of obvious things you shouldn't be getting wrong is invalidating your child's feelings and emotions. This is also another form of gaslighting. Telling your child that what they're feeling is invalid or their reaction is unnecessary will only result in them suppressing their emotions. This will not only make them isolate themselves from you, but also completely destroy how they regulate their emotions. Your constant shaming them over crying or sulking might make your child prone to sudden angry outbursts or anxiety, etc. Let your child ride over their emotional wave and then kindly guide them towards better coping mechanisms. 4. You are too young to know this. It can be very confusing for parents to determine what an appropriate age is for different discussions. Should you be giving your 10-year-old a detailed lecture on death and afterlife? Does your 8-year-old need to hear about how Uncle Matt sleeps during family dinners because he's an addict? Is it a good idea to explain to your 12-year-old what safe sex is and what they should keep in mind? These are all questions any parent will dread. Children can be very curious and oftentimes incredibly nosy, and unfortunately, there is no guide by age to help us with our dilemma. There is one thing that is very clear. If you shut down every discussion at home by telling your child he is too young, he will start looking for answers at other places. Don't shut down conversation. A better response is to suggest having a conversation later when it's more convenient. This will also give you time to prepare a response and not scramble to supply answers. 5. I sacrificed so much for you. Guilt-tripping your child is very unhealthy and toxic. Everything that you do is your choice, and your child shouldn't bear the brunt of your decisions. Reminding your child everything that you have given up for them will make them feel shameful and guilty. Can you recognize some of these toxic words from your household? If yes, then don't forget to watch the video till the end so you can better recognize toxic words and behaviors. Take a moment to like the video and subscribe to EBLINE so you never miss an update. 6. You are just like your father or mother. Don't tell your child they are just like their other parent as a way to shame them. You not only insult and bring down your partner, you are also causing your child to be shameful of their parent. Let the child have respect and love for his parents and resolve your issues among yourselves. Calling your child just like their parent as a means of calling them cute or smart, on the other hand, is highly encouraged and very couple-goalsy, so you should try that instead. 7. My house, my rules. Your house does technically have your rule, but don't forget that it's also your child's home. Home is supposed to be a safe space for everyone. If you keep telling your child he doesn't have any say in any decision and discussion in the house, he will only feel trapped and unappreciated. There can be 1,000 better ways to ensure discipline than to tell your child you can take the roof from above their head. 8. Why can't you be more like your cousin Christina? Comparisons are a child's worst enemy. Every child is unique in his abilities and his smartness. From the time a child is born, he completes milestones at his own pace. Don't forget this as your kids are growing up. As long as they are trying their best, that is all that matters. If you keep reminding them how other students are getting ahead, they will only feel small and insecure. This will also result in lifelong habits of comparisons and jealousy. 9. You were a mistake. Telling your child they were unplanned and a mistake will make them feel unwanted. It is toxic and hurtful and just plain unnecessary. No matter what happens in life or how they turn out to be, it can never be their fault that you decided to have them. Even if the pregnancy was unplanned, the last person at fault is the unborn fetus. So don't place the blame over your child's head and make them feel guilty over something they never had any control over. 10. It's your job as a sibling to bring up your brothers and sisters. No, it's not. You are the parent, not your firstborn. Your eldest child is literally just a child, and they do not deserve to have the responsibility of young children thrown onto their young shoulders. An occasional lending hand is all right, but if your child has to give nanny duties to your younger children every day, then you're really taking unpaid labor from a kid. 11. Next time you make this mistake, I will throw you out. A parent should be every child's safe haven and confidant. Your child should be able to trust you and rely on you. Unless you want a bunch of abandonment issues for your kid, don't threaten them of throwing them out or disowning them over a small mistake. 12. I promise I will do it this time. And then you don't. You are probably thinking the best way to deal with your crying baby is to promise them you have that toy at home and then praying they forget, or promising your teenager kid you'll never say a certain hurtful phrase again as a way of cooling the situation at hand, but then disregarding the promise and saying it anyways. All you are doing is making your child distrustful and paranoid. If you don't have the resources to get your child something, sit them down and explain them the problem. Children are very perceptive and they pick up on things. They will understand if you explain it to them. So don't try to get out of a situation the easy way by making false promises, and have an honest chat with your children. The first step of getting out of any toxic situation is to recognize signs. As you now recognize these problematic phrases, you will be better equipped to dealing with any toxic relationship. That's it from our side today. If you liked the video, take a moment to like it and also press the bell icon so you are always up to date. We will see you very soon with another awesome video. Take care.